Every great movement starts with one big, bold step. It's about seeing something that is missing and deciding to do something about it. It's about creating something new where there was nothing before. Now, this week we'll be talking about creating cultural shifts and, most importantly, doing something that has never been done before. What's up, people? Quite enough. Merry Christmas to everyone celebrating. And yes, this is our Christmas special episode. I am your host, the voice Gemma. And like I said, we're going to be having conversations about creating cultural shifts, trying to create something where nothing was before, making that big, bold step. But just like every episode, we have a guest with us in the studio. And I'm most excited about today's guest because he's a very good friend of mine. And he always tells me how much he loves what I do. And he is the perfect guest for this special episode. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the most amazing, delectable, and the most amazing producer I know. I have to put that out there. We have Malvo. Hi, Malvo.
Hi, Gemma.
How are you?
I'm good.
How do you feel being on Quite Enough? I know you've been one of the biggest fans of the podcast, but now that you're here, how do you feel?
I mean, it's thanks for the invite.
Yeah.
It's great. This is the first time I'm ever in something like this, so forgive me if I'm a little bit shaky or something.
Don't worry, we're going to have fun. So just chill, just let it be like we're catching up, like we always do.
Okay.
So it's catching up with your friend and definitely just having a mic in front of us. You can even forget that there's a mic in front of us. So
Okay.
we're definitely going to start off with our What's New segment of the show. So what's new? This weekend was an amazing weekend. For me, I don't know for you guys, but I told you that this December has to be dirty. And on my side, I'm definitely making the effort to make my December dirty. So yesterday, I was at the Vibe show. It was the first hip hop live show in Yaoundé, like 100% live show with five artists, five amazing artists, I must add. It has been like months of preparations, and finally, the show happened yesterday. And it was really beautiful to see people that had never done live before go on the stage, and just give us something new, something to enjoy. We always have concerts every day, but then to me, I don't know, but maybe it's because I was part of the organizing team, but it was so special in so many ways because we know how much effort that we put into it, how much pitching that had to go into it, and we still came up with something. And I feel like that kind of caused a cultural shift. There were many people that were there. There were many conversations that I had with people, and they were like, this is something we want to see more often. I know in our last week's episode we spoke about how Yaoundé is tagged the boring city, but we're doing something about that. We're definitely doing something about that. So, what do you think is the impact of kind of trying to do something that hasn't been done, especially in a place that there's a lot of doubt, there's hesitation, to be to be part of cultural or social events like this? What do you think can be the impact of somebody deciding, okay, today I want to do something new, I want to shake things up?
Um, I think at some point things have to change,
Definitely.
and for things to change, it takes like one person or a group of people that, I mean, it's easy for us to just come up with ideas and be like, I want to do this, I want to do this, but I mean, when someone actually takes that bold step to do something, it inspires other people, and I think that's the impact.
Right.
I mean, like when you say you want to do this and other people see it, I'm like, okay, she's doing it. Why can I
Why
do
can't
the
I
same
do
thing?
that? And I
Yeah.
think
So
that's one of the reasons I kind of push to tell people to own your story, show up and do what you need to do, because you don't know who is going to be watching. You don't know who is going to have that click, that change of mind to say, okay, this person has done this, meaning it's possible for me to be able to do this. And shout out to the Vibes agency. It's a PR company, PR and marketing, but they decided to, try this out for the first time. And most of the team members are women. Let's just put that out there.
Okay.
Amazing women. Shout out to Jen. And decided to put a team together that have worked so hard, and most especially the artists. I'll still come back to the artists. They did an amazing job. It's one thing for you to go on stage, it's your first time doing something. It's another thing to go and show people how it's done. It's like you've been doing it every single time. Shout out to Binai, Team Kaiser, Complex, we have Exafran, we also had Livka. So yeah, they are kind of like the new generation artists. So to me, I feel like there's so much hope for the hip hop scene in Cameroon, because young people doing it. Sure, the next generation will be like, okay, since it's possible at this time, someone can give me a shot. Meaning, we can also try that out. So before we continue the rest of the show, we're going to do a little game, because I love to spice things up. Since
Okay.
it's our Christmas special episode, I'm going to start a song and complete the lyrics. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, let's go. All I want for Christmas.
It's you.
Okay, that's good. Who sang it?
Mariah Carey.
Yeah, Mariah Carey. Okay, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell.
I don't think I know that one. I know it, but I cannot complete it.
Okay, let's try another one. Feliz.
Navi that.
Okay. Okay, so I know you as a producer, and you are one of the youngest producers that I know who is doing an amazing job to add to that. So how was it like deciding to start up in a field where it's mostly people that have like years of experience in quotes that go into it?
I did not start off as a producer per
Okay.
se. I started off as an artist. I used to sing. I used to
Okay.
rap, and my aim was to be able to make my own songs. Because the first time I went to the studio, I didn't really like the experience. I didn't really like the way they never paid attention to me, and it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So I remember one day coming home from the studio, I was like, nah, I'm going to start making my own stuff myself. I'll do it myself, because I had a laptop at home. So I just started doing stuff.
Yeah.
The singing part didn't really work out because I never had a mic. So I ended up making beats, and yeah, and that's how we started.
That's interesting. And I think it kind of correlates to what we're talking about, taking that big, bold step to do
Yeah.
something. So I'm just imagining your experience in the studio. And one thing I've noticed is that the way you kind of react to a creative when it comes to their work kind of has an effect on how they are going to feel or whether they're going to keep going. During the preparation for this whole event yesterday, the Vibe Show, there was something that our project manager said. She said, we have to be careful with these artists. Like during practice, you should be able to pay attention to their needs, things they are comfortable with. Yes, you can try to steer them to want to come out of their shell, but it's important to know what they want to express creatively, and for you to decide, okay, I want to create my own songs. It's more like, if you don't give me a seat at the table, I'm going to build my own table.
I think to start, there has to be, it's delusion. You have to just be stupid about it. You understand? If you want to put too much thought into starting, it's great. You find a lot of reasons why you shouldn't. So you just have to be stupid at first, then work your way like along the journey. Yeah, and that's the same thing I did. When I started, the beats I was making were trash. You understand? But I thought they were nice. You get it? So you just need to start. That's what I think.
Start and also try to evolve from it, sometimes, and be consistent too. You
Yeah.
can start at and be like, I think I can remember the first episode of this podcast. The way I was cringing while watching it. It's like, I cannot believe this is me. I cannot believe this was what I did. But then we are not where I want to be, but it's like, let's keep on going. We tweak, we try things that work,
You
what's
figure it
not
out.
working, and you just figure it out
Yeah.
along the way. Now, we know we are all in an African setting, and sometimes it's not realistic, or you don't have the opportunity to be delusional. You don't have the opportunity to just try things for trying sake. So, how was it like taking that decision of, okay, I wanted to kind of pursue this path? Was it something that was accepted, or did you just have to be stubborn like some of us? No shade.
It was not accepted. It was a struggle.
Okay.
It was not easy because I come from a family that's a little bit strict, and my dad had really completely different plans for me.
Obviously.
And I knew from high school, I knew that I was gonna do music regardless. I never knew how I was gonna do it, but I just knew that I will find a way. So yeah, that's it. It was not easy. It's not something like my father said that, hey, you want to do music? Wow. Nah,
Impressive.
I had to rebel. So yeah.
So, what would you say is the best way to kind of revolve, or what's the best way to navigate this kind of situation for someone who is young watching this and wants to do something different, or knows exactly what they want to do with their life, but they're kind of in a complicated situation? What's like the best way to go around it?
I think with family, it's really it's really difficult. But I would really like for anyone that wants to start something, I would really like for the family to be part of the team, because it gets a really lot harder when you have to go against the will of everybody and everybody hates you. And I don't know about other people, but with my situation, I just had to prove to my family that I'm good. I'm fine on my own. I can figure this out, and that's the same. That's what I did. And when they saw, I just think the fact your family have to to see that you really want to do this. You're serious about
Absolutely.
it,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Now, you just made mention of something. You need to show them something. Even in pitching, it happens where you have to show a sort of proof of concept. And that's what people don't understand. You just wake up, okay, I want to do this. Show them why they should trust you enough to kind of pursue this. But I know
true,
for in some cases, even if you show proof of concept, it will not be allowed. But I know that sometimes you just have to show that, okay, let me try this. Or you can just give them an ultimatum, okay, let me try this for this period,
yeah,
and let me show you what I can do. And if it's not okay, we'll move to something else. And I think that's what more people need to try out, like show them results. You can be doing what they want at this side, but then still pursuing what you want,
true,
and still show them, okay, I've tried this out, I've done what you want, but also see this.
yeah.
This is what I can kind of build out of this, right?
I would not recommend for anybody to drop out of school, because I know when they say you want to chase your dream, you have to drop out of school or anything like that. I mean, if you can, you can make it work. If there's a way you can do school and you do what you're passionate about on the side, that can work. You can make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's really easy for us to come up with excuses why not to do something. But there's one thing, it's hard work. It's not just gonna happen easily. You have to keep going, you have to keep pushing, you have to, despite every odd, because at the end of the day, if you don't make it, nobody's gonna be there to tell your story. Nobody's gonna be there to tell, like, okay, what happened at this point.
Okay.
So you just need to keep going.
Right. Okay, let's do a little game, this or that. Afrobeat or Amapiano?
It's Afrobeats.
Afrobeat or hip hop?
Afrobeats.
Hip hop or Amapiano?
Hip hop. Wait. I make a lot of Amapiano, but I'll go Amapiano on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, have you tried any Cameroonian sounds, like to create around Cameroonian? So that's Makosa, Bikuti, that kind of, or you've never tried? I'm curious.
The thing is, I'm a huge fan of Cameroonian music,
Okay.
especially like the music in those days,
The Makosa,
the
the Bikuti.
Makosa, yeah, stuff like that. I really like it. But um I'm really passionate about R&B.
Yeah.
So I listen. I have playlists on Spotify that it's Cameroonian, 100% Cameroonian, and that's definitely something I want to do. I want to experiment with the Cameroonian sound.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would like to mix a little bit of me in there, and me is what I really like, and that's R&B.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, earlier when we were talking about you making the decision to produce, right? At what moment, at what moment did you realize, or at what moment did you think this was something I could take as a full-time job? Like, I'm just a producer. You know, most times when you're going into things like that, they'll tell you, okay, have a paying job, then you can go ahead and have your whatever passion you want to have on this side. But at what moment did you realize that you wanted to go full on producing?
It's at the moment where I found that like okay, I was good enough, because I don't think I knew exactly when, because
Okay.
I dropped out of school. I dropped out of school and I was just everywhere. I just wanted to make. I wasn't making money from music till mid this year, and when the money started coming in, I knew that okay, this can be fruitful. But prior to that, I never knew that. I was not 100% sure that I was eventually going to make money from it, but I just kept going. But the time I had I produced for like a really big artist, and there was paperwork back and forth, and I saw how the music business works. Then I knew that okay, this thing can actually go somewhere.
There's some gold in there. Let's
Yeah,
dig
there's a lot of
it.
gold, a lot of
Right.
gold.
So you just spoke about paperwork, and I know creatives and the business side isn't. They are not really friends. They always try to avoid the whole business side. So
Yeah.
how do you kind of create a balance between your creative side and the business side?
When I started off, I knew nothing about the business side, but um along the way, manager just popped up. That's another thing that goes with you have just start. Things are gonna happen.
Absolutely.
So along the way, when I had like the I had like a big artist on my beat, a manager, I got hooked up with a label, MCP, and I have a manager now, and he handles that aspect. Even though sometimes I still do it,
Yeah.
but the music business side, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But my manager handles it,
Yeah.
so I don't really know a lot per se.
All right. So if you could produce for any artist in the world that you haven't produced for, who would it be and
Wizkid.
why? I think I kind of saw that coming. Well, okay, let's go. Why?
I mean, I'm someone that I really don't care about. I don't really think geography is a big thing. Like
Yeah.
where you're from, are you from Nigeria? Are you from? I'm really passionate about Afrobeat. I think it's something that started in Ghana and Nigeria and South Africa. It's with Amapiano. Like, I think being an artist is identifying who you are, what you like, and putting some stuff together. Understand? So I like what Wizkid does. I like his sound. I like how I see how he's evolved over the years.
Absolutely.
The sound keeps changing and it's up to date with the international standard. And that's one thing I really think artists should be able to change. To should We should be able to adapt to how the world is moving, and still at the same time sticking true to yourself. So that's why I really like Wizkid, because I think he's been the same person and he's changed a lot. I don't know how I can put that,
Yeah,
make
I
that.
understand I
Yeah,
understand. We kind of saw his growth from where he started, how he kept evolving, but still keeping up to standard.
that core Afrobeat sound,
Yeah.
and he's just really versatile. And so if I was put in the same room with Wizkid to make a song, it's it's gonna be a dream come true.
Don't worry, we're going to come back to this episode when it happens. And we're going to say you first heard it here, so you got an exclusive insight into the future of Marvel collaborating with Wizkid.
Amen.
Amen. Okay, so what would you say has been the moment, your best moment being a producer? The moments that you've kind of felt the most fulfilled or the most proud of yourself for choosing this path?
So it was last year. I started putting beats on YouTube. I don't think I did not start with any goal in mind, like I was gonna post every day or I just had a couple, like a lot of beats on my hard drive, and I was like, okay, why not put it
Put
out?
it out.
And I started putting it out, and one blew up. I got a contact from a manager of an artist. He called me Vandro. He's like one really big artist in Europe, Portugal.
Yes, I think.
So when that went through, and like a couple months after, I saw him performing the songs in venues, and like a lot of people were singing to the song, and I saw it on The Voice Portugal. Like, I'm like, I made that stuff in my room. Like, I did it in my room. I just woke up one random morning and I made drums and stuff, and that's it. People are dancing to it, people are vibing to it, and it was a feeling that it was crazy.
Congratulations about that, by the way. And also, I saw your stats for this year. You are one of the 1% of the 1% of the
Ten
producers.
percent.
No, I'm talking about my stats.
Okay.
I saw your stats, and I'm talking about my stats.
Okay.
You are the 1% of the 1% of the producers that did well in 2024. And I just wanted to say, well done, because I know how much work you put into your work, how much intentionality you put into your craft, and how much or how passionate you are about it. And every time I hear you speak about music, I just see that spark in your eyes. It's like he's
Yeah.
talking about his thing, and it's always a delight for me to see people in their element and also thriving it in it. Most people will just think it's an overnight success, but nobody is going to know how much you've had to grind to get to where you are, how you've had to had like sleepless nights, how you've had to push yourself on days that you didn't feel like showing up. So if one person was to ask you why they should collaborate with you as a producer, what would you tell them? What makes Malvo stand out as a producer?
What makes me stand out is me defying the odds.
Okay.
I'm just a random kid from Cameroon, Southwest Cameroon, and I'm passionate about R&B, a foreign genre, and Afrobeat. So, what makes me stand out is my sound, and anybody that's heard it before knows exactly what you're going to be getting when you want to collaborate with Marvel.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, if anybody wants to work with me, I'm open to working with anybody. Anybody wants to work with me, I'll recommend go to YouTube, check my stuff.
Yeah, Beats by Malvo.
Yeah.
Follow it.
Yeah, check my stuff, and yeah.
So can I collaborate with you?
I'll think about it.
Wow. Wow. That was slight shade. You're thinking about it.
I've never heard your song before. I mean, submit me some songs.
I
And
thought you trusted me enough
I
for us to get into the studio
I
right
trust
now.
I trust your dancing skills. I trust your speaking skills, but your music skills, I've never heard it. So let's see.
Let's see.
Yeah,
2025 is my year for you all
Marvel
to
featuring Gemma.
Marvel featuring
Let's
Gemma.
go.
Let's go. Okay. Now, I'm loving the whole conversation because every time I speak with young people, everybody has an excuse as to why they're not doing what they're doing, as to why things are not working, especially in Cameroon. They will give you 1,001 reasons as to why things are not moving. But then at your age, doing what you're doing and still pushing, like as if you are just starting today. You still grind as if you're just starting today and still having the same drive and still having the same passion. What would you say to a young person who is trying to figure out their path or still doubting or whether they should kind of go for what they want or not?
I would say progress over perfection, and you just need to start. You just need to start. I mean, if you're starting at anything, you don't expect yourself to be good at it at the first try. Even the artists that are talented had to sit down and master their craft, and it's still something I'm trying to do myself. But it's you just need to start. So it's whoever wants to do something, I think I'll say it again. You just need to start.
You just need to start.
Yeah.
Start where you are.
Yeah,
with
start
what
where you
you
are
have.
with what you have.
Yeah.
There's always a way. There's a way you can improvise with as you go on in the journey. Things are going to get better. Things will happen, and you ask yourself like, okay, because it's really easy for us to go that far and sit down and forget how we started. But if you look behind and saw how everything came into place, and it's magical. So I just think you have to start.
Just have to start. Okay, it's nice. So, if you weren't a producer, if you could be anything in the world apart from a producer, what would you be?
I think I'll do IT.
What part of IT?
I don't know. I just know that I'm gonna be in the computer field because I'm kind of like a little nerd.
Yeah.
I was obsessed over like random like stupid stuff when I was a kid with computers and stuff. I think that's how I ended up being a producer first. Yeah.
I think that makes sense because first of all, you don't like going out, so you're just going to be in your own corner, remote work,
Yeah.
and you're going to thrive there. So let's play a little game. I love games because I feel they are fun, and because Quite Enough is a fun and exciting podcast. So we have a little bag here, Secret Santa bag. So you're going to
Okay.
pick, and let's see what you pick.
So I'm supposed to open it.
Yes, you have to open and pick.
Okay. So should I read it?
Yeah, what did you pick?
What's your idea of a perfect Christmas?
So what's your idea of a perfect Christmas?
From what I see on TV
Okay.
and for what I think it should be, it's about family. It's about the people you love.
Yeah.
So if you're with your loved ones and you guys are together, whether is Gary, you guys are drinking, or it's rice and chicken,
Yeah.
just the fact that you see
Yeah,
everybody
together.
together, and that's just it.
Okay. You still have to pick.
I still have another one. Okay.
Our Santa is very generous today. So,
Santa came early.
yes, he did.
If you could produce a Christmas song for an artist, who would it be? Daniel Caesar.
Why?
I just really like that guy. I don't see anybody else doing a perfect Christmas song.
Perfect.
So if I could produce a Christmas song for anybody, it's definitely going to be Daniel Caesar if he's open to. Yeah.
Just pick it. You don't know.
Yeah.
He said no geographical limitation. So just say it with your full chest and tell him, yo, I want to work with you.
What camera am I supposed to be looking at? I want to look straight into the
Yeah.
camera and be like,
Yeah.
Daniel Caesar, if you're watching this, I want to produce a Christmas song for you.
Why are you laughing? I'm trying to be serious here. We're trying to
Okay.
support this vision, this career.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Daniel Caesar,
Okay.
please let me produce a Christmas song for you because I think it's gonna be great.
Malvo X Daniel Caesar. We have a
Amen.
lot of collaborations that are coming out from this episode. We'll come back to reference it in a bit. So
Okay.
if you could ask me any question, what would you ask me?
Um. Damn. I mean, like, if you would have asked me this in like any random day, I would have had a lot of questions. But now, like, we have the camera and everything. um. Any random question?
Yes. Question that you think I can answer, not questions that I cannot answer.
Okay. You asked me that same question, so I'll ask you. Apart from what you're doing right now, what other job do you think you would fit perfectly in?
That's a very good question. It's a very good question. Now I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think because the ones that are coming to my mind, I'm still trying. I'm still doing them on the side because if I was not like in front of the camera, I would definitely do PR full time. PR comms. I did it for like a year in 2022. So that was like one of the best times of my life. Nobody was seeing my face. Nobody was seeing my name. I
Okay.
was just handling stuff and just seeing the results campaigns. So it was just so beautiful that period. Okay, apart from that, I've done it. Something. I think I'll be in tech.
It's easy when you're asking the questions, right?
Yeah, it's easier. I think I'll be in tech because before I decided to rebel, I had actually gotten so interested in tech. I had started coding.
Okay.
Yeah, because I used to write. I loved poetry, so I started building a website for my poetry. So if I wasn't doing this, I'm sure I might be in tech. But preferably to my mom and dad, I would be a neurosurgeon.
Okay.
No shade to you, mom and dad, if you're watching this. But yeah, I would have been a neurosurgeon. I wanted to at a point, but I rebelled, went into tech, and rebelled again. So I might still rebel by next year. Nobody knows. But then that's the beauty of being a human being. You can evolve at
Yeah.
any time you want to. You can try out new stuff. You don't always have to be the same person that you started till the very end.
Yeah.
Yes, you can still be the same person personality wise, character wise, but when it comes to trying new things, and I think that's the era I'm in. I'm trying new things, I'm pushing myself. And I did something at the Vibe show that I had never done. I'm not going to put out this information. So if you weren't there, I'm very sorry
I'll
for
find
you.
out.
I'm very sorry for you, but I'm just in this period where I want to try out new stuff. I want to push myself, and I just want to have fun while doing it. I want to do everything I want to do and just have fun while doing it. But thank you so much, Marvel, for coming on the show. I've had the most amazing time. It's always an amazing time talking with you, whether it's via phone, whether it's in person. It's always good to hang out with you. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for inviting me once more. It was great having this conversation.
And I can't wait for this episode to be out. I don't know. It's our Christmas special episode. So, before I let you go, what is your one big wish for the new year?
When you say one, it's hard because I have a lot.
Just one at the top of your list. If you want one thing to happen next
To me?
year. Yes.
To me, I just want to keep working.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want, like, it's not anything specific. I just want to keep doing what I'm doing. Yes, that's the only wish, and it's definitely gonna come true. So yeah, that's the only thing I want, to keep working, keep doing what I'm doing, and stick to the vision.
All right. So if anybody wants to work with you, how can they reach out to you?
It's IG.
IG.
Yeah.
What's your handle?
It's I am Malvo _
I'm Marvel _ and if you want to check out his beats by Marvel on YouTube.
Yeah.
Thank you once again for coming on the show. I absolutely love this episode. I don't know, I've been looking forward to it, and I'm so happy that we had it. And it's one of the reasons why love to, sit down with my friends, because I know some of the conversations that we have off camera are so epic.
Yeah.
And that's why sometimes I feel like I cannot give up, because the people around me,
True.
it's like they speak sense into me every time. It's like they're threatening you. Who do you want to give up for? So it's really amazing, and I can't wait to see the things you are going to be doing in years to come, the collaborations we spoke about on this show, and just many more, and just see you spread your wings and do amazing stuff. So, any plans for the holidays? Any plans in particular?
Unfortunately, no. I'll just be at home making beats.
Will you be making any Christmas intended beats?
I don't think so.
Okay, just beats.
Yeah, just
Don't
beats.
worry. I can help you with that. I can come, bring the Christmas to the beats.
I will definitely see about the collab.
No, the way you're saying is like, it's like you don't want. I'm coming for that collab, whether you like it or not. I'm definitely coming for
Let's
that
see.
collab. All right, so people, it has been an awesome episode of Quite Enough once again, where we got to talk about starting where you are and then just creating a shift, daring to do something that has never been done. Because when you own your story, when you shine your light, you give others the permission to come out and also shine their light, own their voice, and also tell their stories. And also encourage people to, start. Because someone might be watching this and might be having 10,000 reasons why they shouldn't start. But then it can cause them to have like a mind shift to want to do something different. But then I'm wishing you happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everyone celebrating, and to those not celebrating, have fun or stay home, make beats or make whatever you're making.
Be safe.
Be safe. And we will be back for the next episode of Quite Enough. Signing out as your host, the voice Gemma. And remember, there is something inside of you that the world needs to hear. Catch you on the next episode. Merry Christmas.